All right. Hi, everybody. Great Sunday night, Monday morning podcast. John Middlecoff, former NFL scout, 3 and Out at the Volume, will join us. We have a lot of things to talk about in the NFL. I just love John's takes today. Plus, we do some Caleb Williams, USC, and the mess with the Trojans and Lincoln Riley. But, my first takeaway on Philadelphia's resounding win in the second half, they just leaned on him, is so much of Miami. I've been calling them the speedboat of the NFL. The fake Gucci shoes, loafers, the fake gold watch, the speedboat. It's really fast and really flashy and really fun. But this team's not built for November, December, January football. And that's why the Kansas City Chiefs are the current dynasty. They can do both. They can play real defense and dominate the line of scrimmage and be flashy and fun. Miami has yet to prove they can just do the flashy, fun stuff, which flourishes in September and October and early November, and then it doesn't. So the two teams that have faced them, Buffalo and Philadelphia, that are physical teams, have pushed them all over the ring. But let me talk about Philadelphia first. That, I don't like the aesthetics, the optics of the brotherly shove, the tush push, whatever you want to call it. And I do think you have to worry about, the NFL is a TV show. It is. Baseball has never understood this. Networks have helped them a little over the last few years, but the NFL's always understood we make our money in TV. We're a TV show. It's not good TV. It's why the NFL's cut back on preseason games, empty seats, looks bad. It's why the NFL got rid of the no catch rule. It looked bad. It's really smart. You're a TV show. That's where all the money comes from. So I don't think it looks very good. And I don't think you want everybody in the league doing it. But I was thinking about this tonight. Why does the tush push, the brotherly shove, work for Philadelphia? Well, 2 reasons. They have the best center, Jason Kelce, probably in over a decade in the NFL, top 5 center ever. And Jalen Hurts, a small, powerful, 600-pound bench press quarterback, was built for it. Well, that's just the coach identifying the talent of his players. Innovative, ingenuity. Don't we want to reward that in all businesses? It's not like the Eagles have a passive owner. Jeffrey Lurie owns it, and they have this guy that owns 5%, and he's a shoe designer, and he created a cleat that he put a patent on that he won't let anybody else build, and the cleat has an ability to has some sort of physical advantage over other shoes in the NFL, and nobody else can buy it or use it. Or no, that feels like the Houston Astros. This is a coaching staff saying Hurts, his strength, Jason Kelce, and they designed a play that people are trying to duplicate, and they can't. It's a business model nobody can duplicate. And for that reason, because I'm all for trying new stuff, I kind of respect the hell out of it. It's not good to look at. I wouldn't want to see, when the Wildcat started, thank God it didn't work very long. Do you really want the NFL hiking the ball to a tailback? It doesn't look good. And this stuff matters. The commissioners that understand the television dynamic, and baseball, Bud Selig didn't. He was leaning into seam heads and traditionalists. They're not paying the bills. TV is. So I don't love the look of it. I don't love the look of it. I think some teams are trying to duplicate it with 6'5" quarterbacks and 6'6" quarterbacks and skinny quarterbacks. It doesn't work, but it is innovative. There's a genius to it. It's a coaching staff identifying it, kind of like it, learning to like it. This game this game ended up looking a lot like I thought it would look like. In the end, the Dolphins scored 10 offensive points and had 12 first downs. That's it. 70 points against Denver, 12 first downs against Philadelphia. So, it's last week on my herd hierarchy, I forget where I had them, like 8, and people are like 8. And I'm like, yeah, that's about it. I in the herd hierarchy, I always consider the first 4 teams the Super Bowl favorites. Kansas City's up there. Baltimore's playing great. San Francisco, those are gimmies. Miami's not a Super Bowl team. They're fun. They should over the course of a season, as the weather gets colder, have a little less success. You throw in 12, 15 mile an hour winds on the road. You're in a division with Buffalo and New York and New England, and there's those late season games. They're just not built for it. Even even New England in the second half, early in the season, pushed back on them, was very competitive. So Buffalo's throttled them, Philadelphia's dominated them, and New England for a half did. And I think that's just who they are. I still think Miami's great for the NFL because a lot of people are going to use a lot of these motions. It's clever. They work. I am for clever coaching and smart stuff and new football. And so I don't dislike Miami. I love watching them play, but I just think there's a ceiling on what they can do. And they're the classic speedboat. They are built for warm weather. And there's been a lot of teams like this, and we've seen a lot of bad GMs through the years. A quarterback gets hot, people get hot, and they sign him to big extensions in season. Don't do that. That's not what you do. Never forget that a majority of this football season is in cold weather. November 1st to February, 10th now, is the majority of the football season. Starts in the second week of September. So, and Philadelphia is, Jalen Hurts is clearly not 100%. He's not. I mean, I think it was once early he had a bootleg and just sat down. And I thought, is he limping? And it was almost as if he was hiding it. Then later, I think it was in the first half. It could have been in the third quarter. I think it was first half. He ran to the sideline and he limped over. So let's give Philadelphia credit. The quarterback's not healthy. Jalen Hurts wasn't healthy last season. But I do believe they've been searching for an identity all season. I do believe Philadelphia has found their identity. I just feel like A.J. Brown's more comfortable. He's getting attention. They're using the tight ends effectively. Swift, Devontae Smith. I think it takes time. I don't care if you're running a business or a football team, right? It takes about 6-7 weeks to kind of practice, play live games, more practice. What are we? And I think what they are is a power football team. Even A.J. Brown, the tight ends, how many times tonight did Philadelphia get stopped and they get 3 to 4 more yards? They lean, they drag a Dolphin with them. It is a power football team. Miami is a speed football team. Both can win a lot of games. One is built for Thanksgiving on. So again, 10 offensive points, 12 first downs. This sport with a regulated level of violence is still about big, strong guys. And Philadelphia you just don't want any part of Philadelphia Eagles or the Philadelphia Phillies. They're big, they're brash, they're tough, they know it. And I felt especially, you'll watch a football game, and even when this game was tied, be honest, unless you're a Dolphin fan, even when it was tied, you kind of felt Philadelphia was the better team, right? Like I was watching the Chargers and the Chiefs today, and even though it was close early, it's tied, you're like, yeah, the Chargers lose games like this, and the Chiefs always win games like this. And so hats off to Philadelphia, a really good football team that has found, more importantly, their identity. They're good now, really good. They're a Super Bowl team now. And now for a segment called Making It Look Easy, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Lamar Jackson made it look easy today against Detroit, 21-27. Nimble, smart, 3 touchdowns, 155.8 passer rating. Lamar Jackson making it look easy. Just like Lamar, Morgan & Morgan makes it look easy. So easy to submit a claim. They have over 100 offices nationwide, more than 800 lawyers to serve you, and over $15 billion recovered from their 300,000 clients. Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. They've been fighting for the people for over 35 years. If you're ever injured, go to forthepeople.com/Colin or dial #529 to check out America's largest injury law firm. Winning in the NFL is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan is really easy.